What's up, world? Welcome to Nesteli. So, story time. A young man set out to buy land here in Nigeria, and after he had bought the land, he started to build a foundation on the land. Then, a few months after, a friend of his called him and told him that there were some strangers on his piece of land. And then he went there and found these people that were trying to start a whole other foundation other than the foundation that he had already laid. And then he asked, why are you trying to take my land? They said, no, the land does not belong to whoever it is that sold it to you. I'm talking of he had paid and he had exchanged papers with this man. And he went to and called the man who told him that, yes, it's one of those things, it's a family story, blah, blah, blah. And that's how he lost the land. The man told him, okay, I'll compensate and give you some other piece of land. And he compensated and gave him another piece of land, which was further away from what he wanted. But he didn't have a choice, or he felt he didn't have a choice, and he went on and took on the other land. Now, when he took on the other land, a few months after, another set of people came and said the land also belonged to them. That yes, he knows that they know what happened to him in the other land, but here's the thing: they have direct control over this particular land, and said that he should go ahead and negotiate for another price for the same land. So he paid another amount of money and got this other land. And the story goes on and on. Now, what did this man do? Did he go on to stop buying land? Nope. He continued to buy land actually, and then he ended up writing this book. Yomi Faweimi wrote this wonderful book called The Essential Guide to Land Acquisition in Nigeria. This book is wonderful and I just like everything about it. Thank you so much for coming. If this is your first time, please subscribe to Nesteli every Monday and Friday. Every Monday and Friday we have a new content here talking about books. Then you can decide which you should go ahead and read it or not. What we're trying to do here is trying to get everybody to read or not. So thank you for joining the community, and please join further by subscribing and then ringing the bell so you can get a notification. Okay, so subscribers, much love. Thanks so much for always coming back. So I have 4 points I would like to share from this book, and I don't like the book just gave me so much beautiful feel. I liked it. Anyway, let me start. So four things I'd just like to talk about, like random things I'm picking out from the book. Okay, so no, actually 5. I said 4. Number 1 is there is a reason why buying land in Nigeria can be considered complicated. First of all, he says that there are different histories. You know how Nigeria is. Nigeria is kind of complicated. Even though we've been put into one country, there are totally different cultures and different communities that you have to consider. Some places, there are some lands that cannot be sold. So someone can be fraudulent enough to sell a land to you that they know they have no business selling. So they'll take your money and they run away. And then when you come there and try to do something in the community will tell you, no, that land was never for sale. It belongs to the community. Even though it belongs to that family, but it belongs to the community, it cannot be sold. So all those things come into play. So he talks about the importance of doing your research before you start trying to acquire a land somewhere, and then all the different customs and laws and even religion affects different ways that land can be acquired. Because what then happens is that just because you bought a piece of land in Lagos and this was how it was and it was very easy, that doesn't mean you can go to Enugu and do the exact same thing the exact same way. No, it will be different. It might be easier to acquire in Enugu than it will be in Lagos. And he even went on to explain that Lagos has been made an urban area, which basically makes Lagos land very expensive and it makes the whole land belong to the government. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is, okay, yeah, this one was actually something I thought that was kind of like a ginger. Okay, he said that lands owned by women, about 35% of land owned by women was inherited. So personally, I've lived most of my life believing that a lot of women don't inherit anything concerning family, and some courts actually would, even if whoever it is that died did not leave a will or anything to take care of his family. Some courts, if you take some matters to court, some courts will actually will on the side of the women. Do you understand? So a lot of, like, 35% of women, 35% of land in Nigeria has been that women have was willed to them. They inherited it. It was like an inheritance. Do you understand? Okay, so that's the same. Then of course 14% is purchased by women too. I think that I really will look forward to the time that more women will be able to just bring out money and buy their land, and it will be all good. That's number 2. Number 3 is the easiest way to acquire land is through the government. Of course, there are ups and downs to every way to acquire land, but Nigeria is actually one of the few places in Nigeria where you can go and fill a form somewhere in a government office, and the government will consider to give you a land at any time. Of course, there are up and down sides to this. The government can come tomorrow and say they want their land back. Literally, it's like a loan. In Lagos here, we pay a land use charge. After you buy land and you build your own house, you have to pay for using the land. So the land actually doesn't exactly belong to you, even though it does belong to you. I heard something about it's about a 100-year lease. So after 100 years, the government can come tomorrow and say, I want my land back. But either way, it's considered the easiest because it's the cheapest, and then you're sure you're getting the piece of land from the right people. Just like straight from the government. It's not, there's no possibility of a family. One older brother cannot come tomorrow and say, no, it's not my land, blah, blah, blah. All those drama can be removed. There's still some drama with the government getting land and all that. And if the government collects the land back from you, they usually do compensate you with money. They usually pay you and tell you, okay, you know what, take this money, we're sorry, take this money, and then you can go. So that's kind of like an upside to it. So he believes that the easiest, or he didn't say it actually, but from the way he talked about it, it just feels like the easiest way around it is to get it from the government. So and I guess, and then he went on to explain that how it's one of the saddest things a lot of people assume is a reality in Nigeria is that you have to have a lot of money to own land, and he doesn't believe that, because if he compares the landlord to the tenants make more money in general, because tenants pays the land. I mean, he said he quoted Pastor Sam Adeyemi, who said the tenants pays the landlord's children's school fees. Do you understand? If you can just discipline yourself for a minute, the money that you're using for rent, put that aside. If you do that in 3 to 4 years, you likely will be able to put down something for land. He also wanted to explain that it's not a good idea to pay for land and put all the money, pay for the land, everything at the same time. He talked about the importance of loan, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, there are different ways around it, but he kind of simplified buying land, and he's like, everybody should aspire to buy land. Don't feel like you cannot buy land because blah, blah, blah. Most times, those things are just, they're not true. Most of the things that you believe are the reasons why you can't get land. They're not true. So that's number 3. Number 4 is dealing with omonile. He has a long list of ways to deal with omonile, but I'm going to just name 2 that he mentioned, where he said things like, try and visit the land at least 5 times before you buy, before you drop money towards it. Then do a bit of research. Like he said, hire professionals. Hiring professionals is supposed to be the 5th one, but I'm going to say if you hire professionals, it makes your life easy. And when you hire the professional, someone said I'm a certified estate developer. Do you understand? There are places online you can go to find out the people that are certified, if their certificate is truly certified. Do you understand? Go there, check that out, and then find out whether it's somebody that you can work with. If you find that person can do their research, go through all the customary courts, go through all the courts, whatever that they can go through, find out if there's any story on the land. Because you know, like unlike a lot of times in Nigeria here, you see houses with this house is not for sale, but a piece of land, there's no place to write this land is not for sale. You don't see it. So for all you know, somebody has already bought it, or it belongs to a family that is in between fighting in the court, and someone sold it to you, and then it just becomes a whole other drama. I mean, you may or may not get your money back if you actually try to pull it through, but it's just unnecessary drama. All you want to do is just get land. So for money's sake, get a professional, visit every other day, like try like 5 times, look at that place. If there's another person that they're trying to sell the land to, you see the person. That's number 2. Abi, have I already said that? Number 3, okay, let me put the number 3 in there. Number 3 is don't pay in full. Never pay in full. Pay half now, or even just pay a small amount. In the law, as long as you paid and the papers have been exchanged, it belongs to you, and that's how it works. If you wanted to buy a 5 million naira land and you paid 1 million, and the person accepted and gave you papers so you can start work on it, and tell the person, say, I'm going to pay the rest by the end of next year, and all that. If the man wants to sue you for not paying, if you're not able to pay on time, and the man wants to sue you as the owner of the land, the owner of the land cannot sue you for the land to take the land back. They can sue you to get their money. Do you understand? So yeah, that's all I want to say. In the end, I will make it 4 points. This book is wonderful. It's a 2,000 naira book. Let me put a bonus. Buy this book. This book is really good. I think that it will spur you to want to buy land. It would spur you to. It makes you like, I feel a little smart, and I feel like I have like a bit of a law situation going on with me right now. But see all the whatever that I packed here. So many things I'm going to have to come back to. But Yomi Fawemi he's a lecturer, or he's a teacher at Lagos Business School. He's someone that is actually like, he studied estate management or estate planning. And he studied in the UK. Like, the man is just, his sound. That's what I'm just trying to say. He's a very sound man. He's someone that you want to listen to. This is a 2,000 naira book. I bought it from Roving Heights. If you're in Nigeria, buy this book. I'm telling you, buy it. Buy for your kids. Let them aspire. If you have 18-year-old children, 16-year-old children, give it to them. Tell them that you should try and just read it and look through. Just browse through. This book is very textbookish. There's a lot of need for you to come back and re-refer, because you'll be like, okay, so what does this say about blah blah blah? You'll go through the table of content and find it again. But really, this is a 2,000 naira book, very affordable. Buy it. I'm telling you, it's worth the ginger, it's worth the mental. So thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Please leave a comment below. Have you ever tried to buy land? Do you have any scary story like he does? Or have you tried to inherit land and you had some issues that is still a problem till now? I think that's very common here in Nigeria. Or you know absolutely nothing and you don't care. Leave a comment below, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video, please let people know that this video is likable, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.